We know you shot one chick. Is there anyone else we don't know that you shot?
Okay, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Okay.
Did y'all like really think this cooking show thing through?
Welcome. I go by the name
Oh
Conceited.
my God, don't ever do that again. Start again.
Welcome to our kitchen.
Dude, you sounded very like formal. All right, fine, do it like that, and then you can do another one.
Yo, what the fuck is up, my nigga? Yo, welcome to the kitchen, all right? What's up?
What's cooking good looking? What's cooking good looking?
Welcome to our kitchen. I go by the name Conceited.
And it's your girl, Justina Valentine, and this is What's Cooking Good Looking.
Where even though we shouldn't,
We look good cooking.
and if you look good cooking, you feel good cooking.
That's a
Usually the
fact.
cooking comes out good.
Okay, and we have a very special guest coming through, so please don't embarrass me. I'm talking Terror Squad. I'm talking make you wanna lean back.
We got Remy Ma in the kitchen with us today. Oh, I hope you know Remy can cook for real.
I know she can throw down,
Yeah.
and I'm going to be mortified if we mess up. So for everybody at home, we are gonna have the directions legible, that way at least your tacos could be
Edible.
Let go.
First you need a quarter cup of oil, half chopped green onions, half cilantro. Man, let's get this thing jumping.
We need some avocado, half a teaspoon of salt. If you forget the 2 lines, then you know it's your fault.
See, I use the Greek yogurt. That's how we do in our team. If I need something else, I'll use you as the sour cream.
Cumin,
Chili,
onion.
garlic powder.
Man, I'm getting hungry.
We gonna eat in about a half an hour.
All right, Con, well, you know how I do. Since today we cooking shrimp, that means I'm cooking you.
Hold up, Justina. Mayonnaise is not a season, and I know you conceited, but I got the reason.
Rem in the building.
What's up, Queen? How
How
are you?
How you doing? What's up?
How are you? What's good?
Con, it's quiet for you. She's conceited because she has a reason.
And you're not, because you don't have one, so
Right
relax.
now we have 2 queens and a jester in the kitchen. So, all right, so look, let the
matter of
shrimp
fact-
get the shrimp.
All right, here you
Oh,
go. Put this
Jimmy,
over
bring
here.
in my secret sauce.
Cook having secret sauce.
Mayonnaise is not a season.
Why don't you flip the shrimp? Go with your people right there. Go with the shrimp.
My twins,
That's your cousin.
my
That's
twin
your
brothers right
cousin.
here.
That's your
Yeah.
auntie. Now this, I put the whole thing, or I just squeeze it. I think I just squeeze it, right?
You should probably
Hold on,
squeeze
we
it.
had-
This is what this is.
You know what?
Cilantro.
Wow. Okay.
This is garlic cloves.
Yeah, because I'm scared to touch it.
Oh, so you really, she
What are
really
you,
know
a
everything?
vampire or something? That's sour cream?
Yeah.
Dump it.
Oh, yeah, dump it in.
So where did you learn all this cooking? Just from just being home, watching mom do like
I guess it's just from liking to eat. You know what flavors kind of will go together. You be trying stuff. I'm a trier. Like, I try things out. All right, so with seasoning.
Me
and
too.
shrimp.
I've tried a lot of things out, and a lot of them don't work out.
But some of them do.
Yeah, and you ate one of them. I like food a lot too, Rem, but I could put this back here,
You
right?
can put that back there.
That don't look like
How
it's.
about this? Drop it in.
Uh-huh.
Give me the tongs.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just put them all in there.
Oh, wow. Yes, okay,
This
look.
is fine.
Now we have a real chef in the kitchen.
This is why the cookouts your invitation just gets lost.
I just
somehow.
bring
They get
alcohol
lost.
to the cookout. Bottle
Why
and
didn't you invite me to the cookout?
Look.
Why, Corn?
1 bottle and 1 jar of mayonnaise. That's my entrance to the cookout.
But why do you like mayonnaise so much? I don't understand.
Like, it's multi-purpose. Body lotion, lubricant.
Lubricant?
Wait, time out.
That's crazy.
That's what that was last night, Con.
Nah, time out.
When you were
I
like,
wasn't
yo,
there.
when
I
you-
was
when
not
you
there.
were like, yo, that's wild wet.
Yo.
Like, it wasn't.
Wait,
I had
what's
help.
happening here?
Like,
Huh? Hey guys, we are back for the tortilla challenge. I'm stinging it up right now.
Paper, scissors, shoot. Shoot.
I didn't get one good hit.
You did on him.
It's true.
It was great. You could have one. All right, listen. This was the tortilla challenge.
We gotta put some Earl, right?
Yeah.
Probably not that much, not that much.
Okay, okay.
So, did y'all like really think this cooking show thing through?
So
Consider
here's
that neither one of you know how to cook?
at all, because our tagline is "What's cooking good looking," where we know we shouldn't, but we look good cooking.
Cooking.
So we figure as long as we show up looking good,
Thank you.
have
Thank
you looking amazing. Oh,
I
look,
feel like
that's-
I'm doing something because
That's crackling.
Because I hear sizzle.
Yeah, but you gotta put them all, like, kind of get them in at the same time.
at the same time.
Wait, so what do I do? Do I stop?
No, you don't stop. First, let's turn the fire down. Let me
Okay,
get in there.
okay.
What is this, olive oil?
Yes.
Who thought of that?
Come on, you idiot.
Listen, when they turn pink, which is pretty quick, you just turn them over, like that.
My pussy pink.
Okay.
My booty hole brown.
Your booty hole pink too, so.
I'm weak.
Hey.
These are pretty much done.
Carl, make it look like you're doing something. So, Rem, I just want to give you your flowers because, you know, battle rap has always been guys running it. And now you have your own league, Chrome 23. I've been to 2 battles already. What made you say, I'm going to start my own league?
I just wanted to change things a little bit. Like you, I'm a fan of battle rap. I would go to the events and I'd be like, tag, they should do this, or it'd be crazy if they had that. I saw a lot of disparities with the females that I wasn't really liking, and I felt like I could change it. And then once I actually got into it, it was like, okay, not only can I do things that'll help the females, it's some things that I could actually do that'll help the culture in general, men, women alike. I'm happy, I love doing it. And yeah, Chrome 23.
No place like Chrome. And what I love about going to Remy's battles, normally we're seeing, you know, dudes in the middle and you know what I mean? Shout out to all them smacking everybody. But I'd rather be looking at Remy. It's all good, El Boogie.
Even he rather look at Remy. Look how nervous he got. He's
looking at Remy
all over the
and
place.
he dropped the baby. But no, for real, I'd rather look at, because Remy looking like a snack right in the middle. And what I love about Rem, and I was definitely like taking a page out of her book, one thing about her, when the battles are going down,
Ice brew.
what? So when I'm standing next to Rem, I'm like, oh no. I'm like, nah, I need the ice grill too. Because you know, I really do just love battle rap, and all the rappers, like, you know, everyone's saying some dope shit. So I'm like, all right, I'm like, Rem, so I'm trying to, except, you know, when Clips was up there, Clips could have said anything. Yeah. You know what I mean? But other than that, I'm like ice grilling too, because
I don't be wanting to be biased. In my head, though, I be like,
that was crazy.
Yeah.
Now, my artist, you know what I mean? If he ever battle again, now that he's under my management, they call me Suge White.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's
Suge
Sex
White.
Row Records.
I love it.
While we warming up those tortillas over there, we got a little game for you, Rem. And it's called Food for Thought. We ask you 3 hip-hop trivia questions.
Okay.
If you get one right, you get to take a bite of one of your favorite desserts, this lovely pistachio muffin. If you get it wrong, you eat something from our Nasty Crafties. And today it is a chocolate cookie with sour cream inside.
Start with something easy.
All right, Fat Joe's first rap name was Fat Joe the Gangster. When he was called that, what rap group was he a part of?
Digging in the Crates.
That is correct!
I know stuff about my brother.
Exactly,
Okay.
I see.
The second question is, in the early 2000s, Styles P dropped a solo album, and what was the name of it?
Is it the Ghost?
Nope. It was actually a Gangster and a Gentleman. That was his
I knew it was
solo.
with a G.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
That looks good.
Rem said,
Considering that I don't like the cream that comes in these anyway,
Which is not fair. We really should just gave you a,
right?
a
Yeah,
normal
regular
one.
one, yeah.
the sour cream in the middle might actually taste better. But let's see.
Oh my.
That has to taste crazy.
It actually tastes better than the regular one.
What?
Yo, that's not fair. It's
Nah,
supposed to be
I wanna
on
try
that. Yo,
Where's right here?
she's like, good. Somebody has to not like this.
Better
this
than the
nasty
regular?
crafty.
I actually enjoyed that. Let me get another
did?
one wrong.
So you a female rapper holding it down for the females, heavy.
Period.
So who was the first female rapper to win a Grammy?
The Brat.
You get to not eat that. Sorry.
no.
She was the first one to go platinum, not to win a Grammy.
Wait, was it Lisa Left Eye Lopez?
The first female rapper to win a Grammy was Queen Latifah. But
Oh, word, I'm
also,
sorry.
the first duo rap will be Salt and Pepper.
Crazy part is
Hold on, that's
Rem-
not fair. She doesn't like
mind it.
Yo, somebody give me
Bring
a
in the
normal
mayo
one.
sandwiches.
Yeah, somebody give me
Yeah,
a
like,
normal
what's
one.
going on?
I'm really gonna try this at home.
She's eating the whole thing. All right, well, Con, the joke's on us.
So this is the homemade, dressing we made to put on top. It's like coleslaw, cabbage, all that good stuff.
Coleslaw is made from cabbage, yes.
Oh, okay, you see?
Okay,
Thank you.
Con, learning. 10
All
minutes in the
Once you
kitchen
start
with
doing
Rem.
this, it becomes coleslaw. So we have some shrimp over here.
Okay.
Inside the tortillas. These ones are flour, these ones are corn.
I
Con,
like
you're
the
mad
corn.
corny.
Well, I
knew
do
you
like
would.
the corn.
Which one you want, Rem?
I'm gonna go with flour. I like
Okay.
flour. So I like cilantro too.
Did I put some of these little things right here?
Green onions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are scallions. Those are scallions, right?
Green onions, scallions, same thing.
You see, I gotta put you on, Rem. It's scallions. You know what I mean?
It's the same thing.
Well, my
Now I'm
tacos
questioning.
look good.
Throw the
They
whip.
look aight.
They look all right.
They didn't cook shit. Neither one of them know how to cook. I don't know what the fuck they're even doing with a cooking show. I did all the fucking work. I'm going to send them an invoice the second that I get out of this seat. I don't even know if I'm gonna be friends with them after this. But it was fun.
First of all, we need to toast to Queen Ram being in the building.
That is a Fendi
Thank
fact.
you for coming through, for helping us
Thank you
make
for
this meal.
what's
Thank
cooking
you.
and looking.
Wait, so. See? See? Valid. Wait, so is it safe to say that I made this?
You could say that.
I
Like a group effort. But
see, everybody always thinks like it's Fat Joe who brought you in the Terror Squad.
Right.
What people do not know is actually the Punisher. R.I.P. with a capital P, the pun. He's the one that actually brought you
Yes.
in the Terror Squad. How did that happen?
It was actually way more simple than people would think. Pun happens to live around the corner from my mom. One day I was walking home from school, and this kid, Zanny, that I was with, he knew this guy, Kiss, that knew Pun. The person I was with knew somebody that
Knew,
Pun.
had a friend
So
who-
while we standing there, he's talking to him, he's like, hey, what you doing over here? He's like, I'm at Pun's house. And he turns to me, he's like, oh, word? He like, yo, shorty know how to rap or whatever. So he's like, word, let me hear something. I'm just like, no.
Hilarious.
You had said it's the Big Pun?
No, I said it to the guy that.
Oh,
guy
his
who knew,
man.
yeah.
Nah,
Okay,
I didn't
yeah.
know he allegedly at the
Right.
time he knew one. I'm just not rapping for you without like a human jukebox now.
Right.
So he's like, yeah, I'll tell you what, he's like, I'll do you one better. He's like, I'll take you over there. So I'm like, all right. But then in my head, I'm like, I'm not going to nobody's house with this stranger. So I called my mom. My mom comes downstairs. We went around the corner. We went inside, and it's literally Big Pun. Double platinum Grammy nominated Big Puns, and I'm in his house.
Just chilling in the extra.
Yeah, and he's just like, let me hear what you so I rap for him or whatever. He's like, all right, let me hear another one. That might be like your only good one you got. So I'll do it again. He's like, and he goes, so who's writing for you? Like your boyfriend, your brother? And I'm like, huh? Because at the time, I didn't know there was a such thing.
Right,
as a
at the
ghostwriter.
It's a ghostwriter, right? You're like, what's that?
I was so confused. I was like, what do you mean who writes? Like, I write it. Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
I'm better than all those people you just named.
Hello?
Seriously. And he was just like, all right, give me a number. I'm going to call you, whatever. And at the time, I was...
Yo, this is crazy
Insane,
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, he's like, I'm going to call you. I'm like, all right. I gave him my grandmother number. I didn't have a cell phone. I was literally in school. I was coming home from school.
Right.
I don't know if it was the next day or like the day after the next day. My grandmother is on the phone and she's like, what? I don't understand you. Like, do you have something in your mouth? like, what do you say? So I'm like, who is it? She's like, I think it's for you. So I get on the phone, I'm like, hello? He like, yo, you said you live in Castle Hill, right? I'm like, is this Pun? He's like, yeah, genius. You said you live in Castle Hill? I'm like, yeah. He like, of course, no problem gunning me down. So I'm like, yeah. He's like, what building? So I tell him I'm like 2245. He's like, come downstairs. So I'm like, okay. And I went downstairs. He was parked in his Benz in front of my building, and he's like, yo, you know how to braid? So I'm like, huh? He's like, yeah, you know how to braid. All black girls know how to braid. So I'm like, well, I do know how to braid. And then we go, and he takes me, we drive to this location in the Bronx. He's telling me how he wants his hair, and I'm braiding his hair. And I'm like, what is this for? He's like, oh, I'm shooting a video. Now look, what is that? Is that? And he's like, yeah, it's who you think it is. And J-Lo, and she's like dancing.
wow.
So it's him and Fat Joe shooting a video with J-Lo, and I'm braiding his hair.
Yo.
Yeah, and I'm in high school, so of course I go to school the next day. I'm
Right.
like, yo, and then I was braiding Pun hair, and Fat Joe came, and him and J-Lo was, and they're like,
Nobody buying none of
okay,
that.
Right.
all right, sure you were. Sure, so, but literally after that, every day he would call me, they would pick me up from school and off of my crib, and I would just hang out with him in the studio. He put me on his album. He would introduce me to like all these rappers, and that's pretty much how I got on. The verse that's on Miss Martin on the Yeah Baby album, that's the first verse that I spit.
That's the
for
verse you I was gonna actually be like,
I think it's so funny that you said that he was like, who's writing that for you? Because when I used to go to the studio back in the day, the engineer would say the same thing. I used to go with like my man at the time. So he just assumed he was writing it. So then when we broke up and I stopped going without him, he was like, oh, who's writing your stuff now? And I was like, don't ever disrespect me.
Right.
So I love the record Conceited. I wanna ask you, what's your favorite record of your own? Cause like we as fans of yours,
mine?
yeah, we love all your records, but it's like, what's your favorite? Like when you go to perform, you don't get sick of this song, it's just like, you know?
Well, see, now that's two different questions, because my favorite record to perform would probably be Annie Out. Like, and when I get to do it with like Busta or MOP, it's like an added extra. Like that's probably my favorite. That's probably my favorite to perform.
Yeah.
Why did you get on shy just now? Why'd you
Like that's probably my favorite to perform because you was just like.
Because you was getting crazy, yeah.
All these imaginary guns. I was like,
we didn't know if we had to duck.
But my actual favorite song is a song that I don't perform. I've never performed actually. It's on my first album. It's called Crazy. And I just feel like it's one of those records that when I wrote it, I felt everything that I set into it. So another record that I have my favorite is unreleased. Nobody here ever heard it, but it's my first favorite.
So why didn't you release it?
I don't know. I be thinking like, you know what, maybe I'll put it out.
Well, shoot, yes.
It was on a project that I was doing and I never like put out the project, so that's what happened.
When did you record it? Like when?
Probably like 2-3 years ago, maybe.
Oh no, we need that.
It's more recent. And the other song has been my favorite song for years and years and years. So for me to finally top that one, I was like, all right, cool.
Is there any inspiration that made you want to rap?
I would
Girl or guy?
definitely have to say the whole Mace, DMX, Locks era. Like, niggas done started something.
Niggas done started something.
Like, every time I heard that song, I wrote another one. I was like, and another thing. It was like one of those songs that super inspired me. DMX's first 2 albums, Splash in My Flesh, Blood in My Blood, It's Dark and Have a Top, both of those.
My favorite rapper at the time. One of my favorite rappers.
Still, like I love X. And the Locks, from Kids to Styles, it was just something that was different. And then Mace, like those, like if you would have ran into me in high school, it was like X, Locks, Mace. That's it. I don't want to talk about nothing else. And then as time went on, I added in, the Hoes and the Waynes and things like that. But
if Terror Squad didn't come about, you would have loved to have been in Rough Riders.
It almost happened. That's what's so crazy.
Oh wow.
Nah, how?
I remember Def Jam had came to my school and they did like a talent show outside. They had like this truck that it opened and turned into a stage. It was crazy, like, and I won the talent show there. And I think that's when people like really started noticing that I rap for real. And at the time I used to hang out with my brother's friends who are older than me, but they used to literally take me around and have me battling people. And I used to win. They had set up a meeting, and I remember meeting Swiss, and I remember going in the studio, and I had seen Kiss and Styles, and they was in there, and they were working on Eve's first debut album.
And at this time, you were in high school?
And this time, yes, I was still in
You
school.
had the illest high school life ever.
Yeah, literally.
But it was so crazy because even with all of that, I never thought about being a rapper. Like, I knew I could rap, but it was just something that I did that was for fun. Like, nobody cannot tell me I was not gonna be a mortician. Like, I knew I was gonna be a mortician. Like,
What?
that was my thing.
No.
All right, we're gonna talk about that after. Hold on, we can talk about that after.
Let's get to this.
What? I think that's a very lucrative job.
It probably is. I wouldn't know.
Somebody's always gonna die.
What's his name is a mortician? Shula King.
You're lying.
Yeah, we have a cast member. We have a cast member on Wild 'N Out at the biggest eyes in the world,
Yeah.
and he's a mortician. I'm just like,
That's
but
insane.
that wouldn't have bothered you?
No.
Nah, now I'm scared of you even more now.
I'd have been one of those people that, you go to funerals, they be like, I know you looked really good in the casket. I've been in the back like,
That
was me.
I would be petrified, son. That's crazy.
what are you scared of?
I have no idea, even though I know this nigga do
Remy
them, but
Ma's morgue. That's crazy.
Remy Marg.
Remy Morgue.
I would just be in there dolo, putting makeup, like,
Yeah.
your mind start focusing, you might, hey, yo, hold on, this nigga just blink? Hold on.
I mean, they
But
can
they
like
do
burp.
be having like after movements and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I would be in there. They would be having a fire lace fronts.
Yo.
Yo,
crazy.
yeah, I don't know.
Bleak.
Obviously, you know what I mean? You've toured the world, been all over. Do you have any type of like crazy tour story? Something that happened when you were on the road?
Okay, how can I tell this story without incriminating anybody? We got like the #1 song. Like Lean Back is like #1 everywhere.
Crazy.
We're on tour. In my head, I don't know, I didn't get it through my head yet like that I'm famous or that, I'm on this path. So I'm still doing what I was doing in my regular life. And at the time, that was selling e-pills.
That was
Hello?
even the extracurricular activities,
Yeah.
Tylenols and stuff.
So I'm one of us. So I get a call from somebody who's also in the industry. I'll leave his name out of this, but we talk about it every time I see him. So he called me. He like, yo, fam, so I'm like, yo, we right here. We in the city. We about to leave. We get on the road. So come. So he comes, I get off, he give me my bread, I get back on the bus. I don't know what happened, but like the undercovers like run up on their car. Literally, as soon as he leaves from me, he gets in the car. So I'm like, oh shit. So I'm trying to stash what I got just in case they come and double back to me.
Right.
While I'm trying to stash it, I turn around, Fat Joe's on me. He's like, what the fuck was that? I'm like, what the fuck was what? He's like, what you were just doing? I was like, no, I was just talking. He's like, yo, you think I'm fucking stupid? I'm from the hood just like you. You just made a sale. I'm like, made a sale? Me?
What
No,
sale?
never. So he goes, he snatches, he's like, are you fucking serious? You have the #1 fucking song in the world and you're selling drugs? And I'm just like, so what was I gonna do with my extra that I had left? Throw it away?
Oh no,
I didn't use it, so like,
And the thing is, and the shit probably came because
and we on tour, the clientele is crazy. Like, I felt like it was a 2-for-1. So, long story short, he kicked me off the tour bus.
Whoa.
Yes, he kicked me off the tour bus. See, this is why I needed to have my side hustle at any given time. Shit like that can happen.
Hello?
Now I'm fired. I
So
don't got a
how'd
job.
you get to the next date?
I ended up going back. Like, he like probably just kicked me off for like that day or something.
Yeah, just to get like
just to make me feel like it could happen. He was like, yo, and he sat down, he talked to me, he was like, yo, like you're not who you are anymore. Like this is who you are and this is where your life is going. And I was like, all right, fine. I only sell weed now.
So me and my friends sometimes when we like going on a long road trip or whatever, we'll play verses.
Right.
We'll do verses
up
like
scored wars.
yeah. All the way up is a track that we call Unbeatable.
Gotcha.
So it's like so no matter what, you can't beat it. You can maybe tie if you do something, something that's like a maybe Rough Riders anthem with DMX, something,
Right.
just something,
Yeah.
another super duper classic. But how was it when you did that record?
When we did that record, it was crazy because I had just came home. Joe had kind of just came home too from his situation. We were in the studio and we were talking about doing a joint project together. And we were just like, listen, we're gonna do shit differently this time. If we get to the bag, because we made a lot of money. I was really young, he was young. If we get to it this time, we're gonna do shit differently. He'd be like, oh, we're gonna open some Subways. I don't know why he kept saying Subways. I don't really rock with them like that. But he kept saying that was like the thing. So, because when we talked, we were like, yo, we about to open up another Subway, but we know that's cold, but we about to do something. That's like we said we was gonna do. It's like we're gonna open up some stores. We're gonna move differently with our money. We're gonna plan differently. We do this record and it come out trash, like the project, the album. Nobody will never know. We know it's trash. We're not gonna put it out. And we was just doing record after record after record after record, and the project was just coming out crazy. And when we dropped it, it just went.
But did you know when you heard it after y'all finished doing it?
When we
were
heard
like,
it,
yo,
yeah,
nah, this is
absolutely.
it.
We was like,
put this shit out there now.
Absolutely, but we knew, but there's times where that happens when you know something is crazy, but it's a lot of politics that come involved. So we was like, oh, look, they gonna love us or they gonna hate us. And we did what we did and changed my life, changed his life too.
See, that's like in the video games, that plays at the biggest sporting events.
It's the gift that keeps giving. Like every Super Bowl, I'm just like, that one and Lean Back. I'm not even gonna lie, Lean Back kinda edges it.
Really?
Yeah, when it comes to like royalties and stuff, like Lean Back, like.
No, the royalty is crazy.
That's crazy.
Watch Super Bowl. Like for the past 2 years Super Bowl, every time they make a touchdown, they put Lean Back. Yeah, every time I'd be like this. Ching, 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 ching. Touchdown, yes, touchdown, yes.
You know I'm itching over here to be nosy. This section is called Truth or Drink. If you want to tell us the truth, answer the question, you're good.
Okay.
If you don't, you gotta drink a shot.
Okay.
Jim, we got some tequila in the house.
All right, those are really big shots, but okay.
For the first question, we know you shot one chick. Is there anyone else we don't know that you shot?
Okay, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Okay? All right, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm not.
You told me to ask it.
What?
Oh my God.
Yo.
I was honestly, I was scared to ask that.
It's fine.
I was just
answering it.
Here's my question. I always like to see if people scared or not. Is there any rapper out there that you think is dead trash?
Dead trash?
Like, garbage.
I mean, besides you?
Oh shit.
My.
But I don't rap no more. I don't rap no more. So
She cooked you.
I'm just
don't
saying.
It's over for you.
I don't rap. So
Good night. She answered the question. Rem. You know what I mean? We know you are an authority in the battle rap space, and
Yes.
I have a lot of favorites. I just want a very clear ranking, and I need
Okay.
a first, a second, a third.
Okay.
Conceited,
Okay.
Number one.
Hitman Holla,
Okay.
Charlie Clips. No ties, no, I need a first, second, third.
I also have my own league. It's called Chrome 23.
Oh,
Yeah.
no place like Chrome, you heard?
Hitman's been there.
He has. Bodied,
Clips has been there.
bodied. They both had great performances. I actually was there to see both battles. They did amazing.
Conceited, not only has he not been there to rap, he hasn't even come as a guest.
Listen, I want to come. Ask him.
Now,
I said I
no.
want to go.
So, with that being said, he's third.
Okay. I mean, that's beyond understandable. I'm not mad at that.
Charlie came to Chrome second, so he's second.
Okay.
And Hitman was the first
And
one.
Holly
that
got
came.
first.
It was the
Okay.
first guy.
So he's first.
That's a good ranking, Con.
I'm pulling up to the next 3 events.
Okay.
Because I gotta get up to to the first spots. I'm coming to the next 3.
No. See, considering that I gave you your name, it would only be
That
right.
is fast, right?
No.
It would only be right.
Now that he got a new manager, Suge White, Sex Row Records, you want him on your card?
I'll call you.
You come talk to
I'll
me
call
and
you.
you know what I mean?
I got you.
We're gonna make it happen.
But I've been doing a lot of acting. I have I think 2 more projects that I did that hasn't been released yet. Of course, I have my Chrome 23 Battle Rap League, but the Remy Ma talk show. That's
A talk show,
Fire.
like as in
Yeah.
like Oprah, Ricky, like
Yeah, I did a lot. Pre-COVID, I would go in on the Real. I did the State of the Culture with Joe Budden.
Dope.
We had that show for 2 seasons, and then right before the Wendy show went off, me and Fat Joe, we was up there co-hosting.
Yes, that's right.
For a while. So it's something that I always wanted to do and I always loved doing, and we're just gonna take it to the next level. Wrap this up. I'm taking
Come
mine
on,
to
Jen.
go.
Wrap it up before
Thank
Rem wrap you up. You heard?
Thank
You seen her
you.
take that first shot. Well, Rem, thank you so much for coming through. This has been one of my favorite episodes of What's
having
Cooking
me.
Good Looking.
we can do
Peace.
that.
What's cooking good looking?